Hello my personal people, how you guys doing? It's just me. I know you guys are missing my sisters, but you know I'm the better package, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But I'm back just because from our last video that we did. If you guys have not watched it, please go pause this video, pause it right now and go down, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and they'll go watch our video. From our feedback we got from the previous video, we wanted to do a follow-up because some people asked for some more information regarding the investments, and so that's what I'm here to do today. Hopefully it won't be long, it will be pretty short and straightforward. I have my little cheat sheet here just to make sure that I give you guys all the information that I've gathered. If you want to take notes, please do. I'm going to try to have all the links on the bottom of the description box and also during the video as it's going on. So let's get into it. First off, just to start, I want you to note that investment is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is something that takes a long time. It is a consistent way to grow your money. Okay? So we're not saying that tomorrow night, if you start investing your money now, you become a millionaire. That's not what we're saying. Investments take time. Okay, that's the one thing that I wanted to say. Okay, so with investments, you have different options, right? So you have to ask yourself, what kind of approach do you want to take? Do you want to do it for me approach, or do you want to manage it for me approach? And that basically means what the phrase says, right? So if you want to do it for me, like me, you want to be hands off. You want the system to manage it for you. Or if you're a hands-on person and you want to do it myself type of thing, there's also a platform for you to do that as well. And you also have to ask yourself, what is your risk tolerance? Like, are you risky? Are you the type of person that don't mind, taking huge losses and huge profits and letting, the market fluctuate, and then whatever results, that is, then you have to be willing to be okay with the consequences. Those are the first two questions you need to ask yourself. What is your risk tolerance, and what kind of approach do you want to take? For me, I am a manager for me type of girl. Like, I don't want to be hands-on. I need the system to do whatever it does. Okay, so first, there are different options, so I'll run through them quickly. There's the stock market, right? But there are different options even within the stock market. So you have the online broker, and then you have the robo-advisor, right? But there are other ways too that you can invest your money. Savings account is really the opposite of the stock market, because the stock market is really risky, right? Because it goes in accordance with how the economy is doing, versus your saving account is low risk. So obviously, because it's low risk, it's going to yield lower returns. But that one really just accumulates your money for you, and you can use the capital after that to make more investments, right? So with the stock market, when you buy a company stock, you're basically buying a share of the company, right? So when the company does well or makes a profit, you get a dividend, right? And that's your payment as a shareholder. You become a part owner of that company. And typically with stock market, you want to pick companies that or you have an indication that they would do well, because if the company does well, then the price of the stock goes up, which means that at a later date you can sell that stock for a profit, right? But that also works vice versa, because if you pick a company that doesn't do well in the market and their stocks go down, then you really lose money, because you bought it for really a high price, and then when you want to sell it, it's not the same amount, it's much lower, right? So you want to be careful of that. So next, I'm going to talk about, how to get into the investment process. First, you have to decide what is your goal with the investment, right? Are you trying to save for retirement? Are you trying to save for college? So these are questions you also need to ask yourself before starting the process, so that it's more straightforward and you know what you're doing. You're intentional about the goal that you want to achieve, right? So once you pick an investment account, I can't tell you which investment account to pick because everybody's different. You have to decide, what are you trying to save money towards? And once you make that decision, the next step is to open a brokerage account. Now, I'm going to talk about this even later on, but the process to open a brokerage account is really simple, and you could do it online. It takes like 10-15 minutes. You just answer like certain questions that the system asks you, just so that they get a idea of like where you're trying to go with your savings. And then once you create an account, you can make a deposit into their account and then start buying and selling stocks depending on which type of platform that you use. So for the online broker, I mentioned earlier that there's two types. So you can use an online broker or you can use a robo-advisor. So online broker is basically you are investing the money. You are the one buying and selling stocks, and the broker really is just an intermediary that acts as a middle person between you and your investment. So they help you, keep an eye on your investment, how it's going, and all that fun stuff. So really, online brokers allow you to self-manage. With an online broker, you can, be hands-on with your investment, right? People like me that don't want to be hands-on, we don't want an online broker. We want a robo-advisor, right? And online broker is really just, you can open an account with any brokerage firm or any investment management firm, open an account with them and manage your investment through that company, right? That's how the online broker works. Now with the robo-advisor, it's a computer management system that manages your investment for you. So these would be companies like ACORNS, BETTERMENT, ELLEVEST, WEALTHFRONT. All those people are robo-advisors, and one of the ones I use from that platform is ACORNS. So these are for people, you want to be hands-off, you want the computer to do majority of the work for you, you want them to select the type of stocks that you will buy, you don't want to be involved at all in the process, you want a robo-advisor. And there's a big list that you can pick from, and each one's requirement is different, but ideally it comes down to all of them. They manage your money for you and you don't have to be as invested, and it is a low cost alternative to having like an actual human investment manager. With this, I know with Acorns they have $1 monthly subscription, but the good news is that for students they get the first 4 years free, I believe. Let me look at my information. Students with an EDU email address can use Acorns Core for free for up to 4 years, which is, that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So when it comes down to robo-advisors, I'm going to talk about the one that I use, which is Acorns. So Acorns basically allows you to save money by collecting what they call virtual change, right? It's called roundups, and what that basically is that they take your daily transactions, they round it up to $1, and then they take the difference and invest that for you, right? They hold it, and usually they start investing it once it's up to $5. So let's say you went to Starbucks and you bought a coffee for $3.50. They'll round it to $4, take the difference of 50 cents and invest that for you. Now be mindful, because when I first did this, I didn't really understand how it worked. So when I saw that they were withdrawing from my account, I was like, yo, this is a scam, withdraw. And I tried to end the account and just stop everything, and that ended up backfiring. Once I understood, I was like, okay. So be mindful that when they do take the roundups, they're pulling it out from your source, which is your bank account. But the good thing is that you don't have to be going in and say, okay, this month I want to invest $10. But you can do that. You can set up a reoccurring investment, monthly, daily, weekly, however you want to do it. So that can be like $5 if you want to invest $10, $5, $50 every month. You can do that too. But if you just want to go about your day to day, you go shopping for groceries, you buy books, it takes the roundups from those daily transactions and invest that for you. So you're really investing without really being mindful that you're investing, which I really, really like. That was one of the biggest things that appealed to me. So I'm just going to give you some information for those interested in Acorns. I talk about Acorns in this video because that's the one I have. I'm not really sure about other ones, but you can definitely look them up, and all of them fall under, again, robo-advisors. You want to be hands-off. So you can set it up again to have a reoccurring investment, daily, weekly, or monthly. There is no minimum investment required. The app automatically invests your roundups for you. And one thing that the app also has is a roundup multiplier, which basically means like you can invest those roundups times whatever amount you want. So it can be like times 2, times 5, and up to times 10, which is a little scary. I have mine at ×2 because, you know, this is a student and, you know, we don't want to be doing too much. But obviously, as you start making, you know, a steady stream of income and you want to, you know, increase your investment amount, that's something that you can do by adjusting your multiplier. There's also Betterment. Betterment is similar to ACORNS, but I think Betterment, I don't have it, but from my research, it's more towards what you're saving. So they ask you, like, you know, what are some of your goals for starting an investment? Usually if you want to save towards something, so they'll, you know, as you invest your money, you deposit your initial amount and they'll help you keep track. So let's say you wanted to save to go on vacation, right? And you gave them a timeline, though, as depending on how much you invest monthly, daily, or whatever, they'll tell you, you know, your progress in achieving that goal that you set in that timeline, which is something that's pretty cool. But all these platforms, something to know is that they don't just, you know, you're not gonna open an account and they'll just start investing the money for you. They're gonna ask you questions to figure out what the best plan is for you, which I really like. Some of the other robo-advisors are ELLEVEST, WEALTHFRONT, VANGUARD, FIDELITY. I've heard good things about the other ones, so if you guys want to check them out, please do your research before starting anything and make sure that you have all the information that you need. You can also go the route of a financial advisor. So if you have more complicated portfolios, mutual funds, and like it pulls a diversity, I can't even speak again. It pulls like a diversity of accounts of investments for you. So if you have stocks, if you have bonds, if you have mutual funds, if you have a bunch of things, whatever you want, they pull it together for you and they invest it. If so, the financial advisor will give you, like, you know, guidance. They'll help you manage, tell you when to buy or sell, basically give you advice, which is what it's called. I feel like I'm sweating. They give you a financial, they basically give you financial advice. So yeah, what else is left? Yeah, I talked about setting up your brokerage account. Again, it's a very simple process. You can do it online based on whichever investment or brokerage company that you want to set up the account with. And usually once you set up the account, they ask you to put an initial deposit. And once you put an initial deposit, you can start to buy and sell whatever investments that you're interested in. But yeah, take advantage of all this information. Again, this is really, really high level, nothing crazy detailed. So make sure that you do your own research. This is just to give you guys an idea of, you know, how the process works and what the different options are. So again, if you have more questions, feel free to comment in the comment section. We really appreciated the people that commented in the first video. Well, not in the first video, the video before this. So please continue to engage with us, and I hope this was really helpful. Feel free to, you know, reach out to us on our Instagram or on each of our individual pages. Our IG is @ChittyFashion17 on IG. Mine is _PrettyDamsel. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out. We love you guys. We hope you guys are staying safe. Please don't be doing anything you're not supposed to do. Please stay safe. Drink a lot of water. You know, keep yourself active. Keep your mind alert. All right, it's good, you know, speaking with you guys. We hope you have a great day. Bye.